Hello, my name's Ali and welcome to Present Arms. Today we are going to be having a look at the Trinity Control Center. The Trinity Control Center is a place where you do all the things you need to do to your desktop to make it look pretty or for other things. And it concerns just the TDE desktop environment itself. And I will show you through the features of such a thing. This is pretty normal to akin to the normal settings that you get in other distro and desktop environments, and we'll go through them one by one for you and to show you where things are kept. Things are not always kept in where you would think they are kept for whatever reason. That's unbeknownst to anybody except the KDE and TDE teams back when yonder. Okay, so we'll start off with the background. The background is where we can change the background of the desktop. At the moment, as you can see, I'm using Country Road, and you can change this to any other, say Damselfly, and we just click apply, and yep, we have changed the desktop to the Damselfly, which is quite pretty actually. And we can position it scaled, centered or tiled. If we choose it tiled, these are pretty big pictures, so yes, this is where you change things. You can also change it to have no picture at all, and if you wish, you can have just a single colour or multiple colours depending. And it's showing a blue, so if I were to click to apply to that, you see I have a plain blue background. Well, we'll take it back to Damselfly. Quite like that wallpaper, we'll just leave it there for now. And you can have per desktop wallpaper. So if you want Dragonfly on one, that's fine. If you want Dragonfly on two, that's fine. But we can change it. So we can have, say, default gears on desktop 2. As you can see, nothing's changed there. But if I change over to desktop 2, you may be able to see there that we have now the gears on desktop 2, and we have Damsel on desktop 1. And as TD can have up to 20 screens or 20 virtual desktops, you can change the wallpaper for each single one, so you know which desktop you're on, or have any other kind of visual clues as to which desktop you're on. Anyhow, we'll make it all desktops the same because I am that way inclined myself. Okay, we go to the colours. Colours is quite powerful. We have a list of predefined colours in this tray here. We have Redmond colours as well. So if you want to make yours look a bit like the Redmond, the Windows thingy, or QT curve, or purple grey, and you click apply, you'll see that excuse me, you'll see that everything has changed. And we'll just go back up here and we'll do the TD default just for the purposes of video. You can also change individual colours, of course, regarding the title bar. This is the active title bar, so if I want it to be a big red, which is what I do in root actually, I do choose red. I apply that. You can see that all the colours have changed, including my taskbar, because I have it to choose the colorization of the theme for the taskbar as well as the colorization of the title bar there. And I'll just go back to default just for the moment. You can of course change the colour of the text. At the moment it's white, but there's no reason why you can have white. You can have any colour in the RGB spectrum here. Supposing I want yellow just for whatever. There we go, we have changed it to yellow. You can change the inactive title text as well. So at the moment it's kind of white. I'll just leave it there a minute. And I could change it to say black. This is just a quick demonstration. And now if I bring up another window, let's say the file manager here, you can see that the colour has changed to black. And the colour of the title bar has also changed to a grey, while the in focus window is blue yellow. So if we swap those back, you see it's changed to grey. We can also change the title bar inactive colour, and at the moment it's blue for my normal one, as you can see here. And I can change the inactive black to say white. I say white because we already have black text, and black text on black background means no text, so just for argument's sake we'll do that. As you can see, it's changed to white, and I've got transparency turned on. I will show you where to get that in a moment and how that functions. So that's how we can do it. We can also change the standard background, the selected text, the standard text, the button icons, the button text, etc. and the button background, of course. And you can make it an eclectic mix. You can make it as psychedelic as you wish, or as muted as you wish. It is totally up to you. I will now flick that back to excuse me, to the defaults, and if I click apply, it has changed back to the defaults I had before. You can of course save the screen. If you make your own, you can save it, give it a username, and it will appear in this list. So if you do make changes later on, you can always revert back to them. Okay, next we have fonts. Fonts are the general and so on of the desktop. So you have a general font, a fixed width font, a toolbar font, a menu font, a Windows title font, which I'm using Ubuntu 12, taskbar, and of course if you want to change a particular font, you can do. I'm just using the desktop bar for now because it's easier. As you can see, the quick brown fox jumps over lazy dog. And if I choose apply, you can see that it's got a bit messed up there because it doesn't like it. It does not like that font. I do not know why it does not like that font, but we'll change it anyway to another. As you can see, it's now Times Roman numeral, and all the fonts have changed. As you can see on the file manager behind it, and on the control center itself. And that is how that is done. You can also change other things as well. I will change it to bold italic if I wanted to. And it's changed to bold italic. That doesn't look too bad. I think I'll keep that there just for the moment. Under anti-aliasing, you can enable it or disable it, or use the system settings. You can have it enabled, and you can configure it, and you can exclude the range of the font sizes, and you can do the hinting style, slight, medium or full, etc. I'll just cancel that. Okay, as your fonts for your different menus and your taskbar, yes, you can change your taskbar fonts. So if you want to change it to bold italic, click OK, click apply. As you can see down in the taskbar here, the fonts have changed. To whichever you wish. Okay. Under GTK fonts, styles and fonts, this is where it tries to force TD styles in your GTK applications. It works and it doesn't depending. So I use another style, use Blue Tape Blue Curve and Klux Phoenix for my GTK things. So when I choose, say, I don't know, Pulse Audio Volume Control, which is a GTK3 application, you can see here it's come up in the style Lux Phoenix. If I close that down and I choose something like high contrast, not that anybody would do this, mind, but it is there to be done. You can go back to the volume control, and as you can see, everything is now high contrast, black and white. Excuse me, and works that way. So I will change that to whichever it was before. I think it was Clear Lux Phoenix. I will actually test to see if that is true. I don't know why I keep closing there. I think it was Clear Lux Phoenix, and I quite like that one, so I'll just keep that one there. Same goes for GTQ2 apps, where you can choose from a variety of styles. So under icons, this is for our icon pack. We can choose different icons depending. At the moment I have Crystal SGV, but if you want to choose a different icon pack, not a problem. We can do that, and as you can see, it's updating the system. My menu goes bizarre and the icons are duly changed. as you can see. I'll just choose home again for that. So that's the icon pack. You just go there. You've got to be warned note that some of the icons may not show up because some of the icon packs do not have icons for some of the TDE stuff because they're based on GTK rather than TDE. Such as, let me see, I'm not quite sure if Slick Icons is one of them. No, Slick Icons actually does. And as you can see, it's through my menu here for a moment, my taskbar, but that's fine. It should go back in a moment. And you can see over here, it's also changed the icons for the file manager as well. So I'm going to change back to SGV. There we go. Anyway, that's the icons. And after the system's updated and that disappears back, or if it doesn't, I'll just close it. It is a small feature or bug of TD that where it will, there we go, it's gone back again. Where for some reason the taskbar does move for each other. Okay, and on the advanced we can change the font size to double size and so on. For the toolbars, main toolbar panel, etc, etc. System tray icons, we can large, small. You see the idea there. Launch feedback is just that. It's launch feedback for when you are launching an application or program. For instance, if I have, you can choose from passive busy, blinking cursor or bouncing cursor. Bouncing cursor actually puts a little thing on the mouse. So if I want to open up another file manager, it opened up too quick. But yeah. You have a little bouncing, or didn't I click apply? I should have clicked apply. That's what I should have done. That's what I should have done. Touch Sally, touch. Of course you can enable notification taskbar, etc as well. And as you can see, I've opened up another two. You can enable taskbar notifications, so I can apply that. And we still have the network control center up there going mad at me. But if we choose Synaptic, I should have a little bouncing cursor minute, and there we go. You have the bouncing cursor while Synaptic tries to load. It won't load at the moment because it should ask me for a password somewhere here. Nope. Okay, for some reason Synaptic doesn't want to play daddy with me today. And you can see that it's got the active bar there. We can turn those off. There's no bouncing cursor. Click apply. So further down we have screensavers. Not quite sure why the bouncing cursor or why Synaptic didn't open. Nope, not quite sure why that is at all. I have been having funny things today. Not quite sure what's happening there. Not sure at all. Perhaps it's because I'm recording and it doesn't like me today and so on. Anyway, under screensavers we have all the screensavers. Apple II will bring up apples and so on. We can click test, like so. But it opens up the old apple. And so on and so forth. This is where you set your screensavers, your setup and all that, start automatically. Hide active windows from saver, etc. I'll just reset that for a moment. The splash screen is the first screen you see when you're running TDE. At the moment it's got the welcome screen, which is my welcome screen. If I test that, you'll see it comes up with the welcome screen. It doesn't match what you see on the thing. It's got a blue background here where it comes up with a wallpaper on. When I go to test, we have the Redmond style, of course, for those who remember. So we have several communications, see. Okay. Under style is the style of the boxes and everything else. The menu pop-up delays, etc. At the moment I have cheesecake curve, but I can change it to plastic. If you change to plastic, you will see how it will look afterwards. I can click apply on that, and as you can see, all the styles changed there. But I quite like QT curve. I do quite like that theme. Under theme manager is to control everything from leap sum. So you have it platinum, etc. It shows you how it would look. I won't do that. And of course you can customise your theme using styles, icons, font, screensaver, etc. You can create your new theme. Windows decorations. Right, Windows decorations, this is for the title bar and the borders and so on. And we can choose Lahora ISWM themes, where you can actually find ISWM themes at ISWM theme, and you can change the theme and put it in there, and it will pick it up and choose any ISWM theme that you wish. At the moment I have not too many, as you can see. Unfortunately the preview doesn't show for some reason. I guess that has to be fixed. It seems to be showing just the one there. And for those who wish to do that, it can be done. Anyway, as I said, I like Lahora, or Lahora, wherever that's gone. There she is. And we're back. Okay, that's on the appearances and themes. Next we have desktop. Desktop is for the behaviour of the desktop, of course. And we can show icons on desktops or not. We can also change the menu bars at the top of the screen. We can have the desktop menu bar, and we can have the Mac OS style. If you choose Mac OS style, you will see the file view settings help. Now become part of the taskbar on top. As you see, Trinity Handbook, the Control Center, which is the app I'm using now. If I move over to Conqueror there, you can see it's changed the context of the rules for Conqueror itself. But I like it just as it is, so I choose none and I click apply, and as you can see the context menu there are back. The menu icons are back. You can also choose not to show any icons on the desktop, or you can show icons on the desktop. You also have button actions of which to do. You can launch menu lists, etc. off the left button. So, for instance, we have right button is the desktop menu. So if we right click there, we have the desktop menu there. But we can change that if you want. We can change it so we have the application menu there instead. So we can do that. We apply there, and there is the applications menu. And what I'll do is I'll just change that back to the desktop menu. Of course, we also got file icons, and automatically line up icons, etc. And we have the device icons that can show up on the desktop. Okay, underneath that we have multiple desktops, as Trinity can have up to 20 desktops, as you can see here. You can just line them up, or just choose a number up here. So if I want 8 desktops, you can see down here I have now 8 different desktops. For those wanting 8 desktops, and you can label each desktop possibly for each group task. So you have Office on Desktop 1, Web Development Desktop 2, so on and so forth. You can actually name them so you know which is which and where you are. I'm going to cancel that a minute. I'll just click apply. On the panels, this is where the panel, which is down here, is done. You can choose the length, of course. So if you only want it half length, you can click apply there. And as you can see, I now have a shorter panel, and the panel will move to fit requirements. And also we can choose the size of the panel. So if we want a tiny height on the panel, we can have a tiny height on the panel, and so on and so forth. It is taking a bit of while for custom of course is the size of the panel you want it to be. You can have a huge panel if you want. By the way, I have mine on small, which suits me. I'll just make give it a chance to sort itself out here. Yep. Okay, we also have the hiding, of course. Only hide when button is clicked, etc. And we can animate the hiding. And the hiding is, there's a button over here. It goes to the right if I switch that. As you can see, it's totally gone to the one side there. And vanished. And we can choose different things. Let's bring it back. There we go. We can have it slide over to the other side if we wish as well. So, on the taskbar, it's telling me I'm doing a global one. Let's slide that back. And we can cycle through the windows with the mouse wheel, etc. Display icons and text, so we don't have to display, we can display just the icons. And of course on the panel we can set for transparency. It doesn't make the taskbar transparent, so I haven't come to that. And as you can see, it's changed the text and everything to make things look a bit better for if you're using transparency, easy to like. And then we have window behaviour, and we have the title bar actions of what you do when you double click your title bar. At the moment it's set to maximise, as you can see there, but we can make it shade, which is, which I didn't apply. And as you can see, it shades the window, which is actually the default, but I changed mine. Oh hello, have I just locked up the machine? Oh no, it says new displays available. I do not know, I have not plugged in the display. Why are you showing me this? So anyway. And now for some reason I cannot get it back. Why not? Do not know. So anyway, we raise, lower, maximise, restore, title bar and frame, change opacity, etc. Windows actions, I'm not quite sure why that. Has decided to stop playing with me. Anyway, go to translucent. We can obviously do the enable the manager for transparency, etc. which is what I've done, or you can turn it off. As you can see, this has come now, no transparencies, etc. Quite strange that it come up as not disabled. There are little things, yeah. I use OpenGL, of course. And you can blur the background of transparent windows, desaturate windows, you can have shadows, which I don't actually really have turned on. You can have the effects, and you can turn the effects fade in speed, fade out speed, etc. for certain things. You can display things with border snaps, mark control. Anyway, we have click to focus, we can do strict focus on the mouse, etc. So if we say we wanted to focus follows mouse, and click apply, and I do this, you can see how the windows change focus there, even though that was in the foreground, background. I'll move the mouse over, it changes that desktop. But I like it to have click to focus so I know which one I'm on. And that still doesn't want to play. We have window specific settings. These are for specific windows that you want to actually just make as it is. Okay, that's under the desktop. Under the network and internet, we have the connection preferences. As you can see, you can set all those up for the FTP options and so on. You can also set up file serving. There's no NFS or whatever it's telling me. That's because I do not run an NFS or Samba server. Under local Windows browsing, you can set the default username and default password to go for the Windows shares. And this is for the client, so when you're serving, it doesn't keep asking you for your username and password. Under proxy, again, you can set up your proxy server, so your proxy client rather. In case you are sitting behind a proxy, this is where you can set up there for all of the programs. Again for Samba, we can set up the Samba shares. like so. Now we set up Samba status. So as I said, I'm able to run Samba status. That's because I'm not running anything on Samba. And the web browser is actually for the Conqueror web browser, where you can change the settings for that there. Doesn't work for Firefox however. But you can enable filters and change filters and whatever for ad blocking, etc. Okay, and of course we have the zero conf device service, where we can add domains and so on for zero configuration. Under peripherals we have the digital camera. I haven't got a digital camera plugged in, but it would appear here and you can do different things with that. The display, of course, where we can change our resolution and refresh rates, etc., and make it upside down, horizontal, and you can apply it onto the setup and so on. You can also set the gamma and each of the colour settings there for each your RGB. You can save the settings to X server if you want, and you can sync the screens. And you can configure the power save as well from here. So you can say standby after use, so there you go. Anyway, I'll cancel that. Okay, hardware device management is like a little device manager. And then you just see different things. There we go. But you can turn the brightness up and on. I know you probably can't see that. But you can change all those kind of stuff here. See about the different controllers here. We also have ICC color profile for those who need to enable the color profile to make it more color accurate for those graphic engineers out there, etc. Okay, let me discard that a moment. We have the keyboard and mouse, the delay between key hits, the mouse whether you want left-handed, right-handed, whatever, double click to open. I have mine on single click, whether you're left-handed, right-handed. You can also change the cursor themes under advancing pointer threshold, etc. Pointer acceleration, double click time, drag start time, etc. It's just, well, I do not have any infrared, but you can set up LSRC of course and control it through this little applet here. And in storage media, it tells you what it would like to do if you insert certain storage media, open the CD, etc. And you can see it enable auto start after mode and mount automatically. I don't have any of that stuff done, but if I find a USB pen, which I have here, and insert it into a USB, let's put it in the right way around. We know about USBs, you have to insert them 3 ways. You see, that's what that does. And you can change that from here as well until it's do nothing or whatever. Open a new window, etc, etc. It's channel 2 because I have 2 file systems on that USB pen. Just unplug that. I didn't mount it, so I can just unplug it. On the 3D printers for the printers, I have an MSG 2500 series set up. And I can see that stop printer. I can move the printer, I can configure it. Or from here, as you can see, I've got letter size, medium letter. I can change that to A4, etc, etc. You don't have to access to, yep, that's because I haven't got the printer even plugged in or anything. And we can have the instances and so on there, jobs, etc. Anyway, that's for the information. Under peripherals, okay. We have the regional accessibilities. These will change the accessibilities. Country region can be set here. As you can see, I've got mine to US English at the moment. I did not add another language pack. But if there was, I could set mine to say, I'll be in Europe Western, of course, and I'm in the United Kingdom. And I could add language, but as I said, I don't have the actual pack installed. Input actions, let me discard that. Activate RC window. See, type load on console. Those are for the input actions. And the keyboard layout, of course. Now the keyboard layout is held in a different place. We don't actually need to do anything here because the regional and accessibilities is available in the configure your computer which we will come to in another video, or will have add in another video. Under security and privacy, we have crypto, that your enable SSL weekly, and these are all your crypto wizards here. You can also do OpenSSL, do your own certificates, etc. SSL signing places. In the passwords, you can do your name, just to give you a bit more of your user account. You can even change the image to show up on the TDE thingy. I am a bit of a devil. There we go, I can apply that. And in the privacy, you can clean up your privacy, so you can clear the PDF data and clipboards and all that if you wish. Under the wallet, TDE wallet is a pain in the arse, but that's fine. It can be closed when it's unuseful and closed when less applications that use it. I don't have it turned on. In fact, I can actually turn that off there. Okay, under sound and multimedia, what you want to do with the audio CDs, the MP3 coder, names, number, title, etc. for when you're using a CD player, or as a CD player. And this is for encoding if you want to rip your CDs or into OGG rather. If you do install other TIOs, you can do FLAC, etc. You can choose your CD database server. You connect to a 3DB, and where to cache them is down here. You can also submit. Just like that. System sounds, just to say that the sound is working. You can set that up here in the hardware, of course, auto detect. You can play MIDI, all that business. System bell, using system bell instead of notifications. And your system notifications, of course, can be per window manager. So window closes, window up, you can change all the sounds there to make special effects or whatever you wish to do. Okay, that's under sounds and multimedia. Under system administration, we have the date and time, where you can set exactly that, the date and time. We have a font installer, so you can install fonts and uninstall fonts. None are showing up at the moment because I haven't actually administration file, but yeah. There we go. We don't have a gift and all gift collections in path. Okay, this is the image indexing, but I haven't got it set up properly, as you can see, but that's fine. Login manager, you can change the style of your login manager. Login manager is TDM on TDE, but I'm using GDM, so nothing that I would do here would actually affect that. We have monitor and display, where we can do global or create new resolutions and layout. It's all grayed out because I'm looking at this as a user. Where we can set the colour profiles, etc. This is for global settings rather than per user settings, which is in above. We also have the paths to various folders there. And we have the TDM theme manager. If you wish to change that or add your own, you can install your theme, retheme, etc. Remove the theme. In components, we have default applications. Let me discard that. We have our email client, etc. Terminal emulator. We can change those kind of things here. The file associations, you can see here. You see what kind of files will help it open with whichever help program you have. And so that is a quick overview of the Trinity Control Center. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you with how do I do? You can revert back to this now and see, oh yeah. Anyway, I hope you've had a very pleasant day, hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will be seeing you soon and next time. Thank you very much.